Most men are becoming oblivious, totally oblivious, of the fact that women are starting to dictate their lives more and more. And it's not just about that. They don't even agree with most of the stuff that these women are making them do, or that they're actually doing for their women. And they absolutely hate it, but they don't admit it and they don't actually say it. They live a fraudulent life. And they're just living not according to what they actually want. And they're not actually thinking how they're supposed to be thinking, or better yet, how they want to think. And that's why in this video, I'm going to talk about how all men should think in just 5 tips. So stick around and make sure you watch the video until the very end. What's going on, guys? My name is Hassan from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how all men should think when it comes to women. So tip number 1, every man should be in consistent pursuit of what's known as his definite major purpose. This definite major purpose, it's obviously different for every man, but it's whatever this man believes is his major purpose in life, and he should ideally want to monetize it and make it his living. Why? Because whoever is making their living, they're spending most of their time doing that one thing. But when you dedicate yourself even to the start of something, and you develop that plan, that business, whatever it is, and you stick to it, you're in what's known as your masculine frame. Your masculine frame is all about being in purpose, being on your mission, doing the things that you want to do, overcoming your personal challenges, your financial challenges, whatever they are. And the fact that you are doing this not only puts you in the masculine frame, but keeps you there, and that's more attractive to women. And not just that, without even women being in the equation, your mission and purpose should always come first in your life. A man should always be like that. Most men, they're just working to pay off the bills. They're just going where life takes them. They're getting shit-faced on Friday because they have Saturday and Sunday off. If they're to be completely honest with themselves, they hate what they're doing for a living Monday through Friday. Why? That's because they made bad choices. They didn't think properly. Society didn't teach them that, but that's also their fault. A man should always be mainly focused on his future and his mission in his life. And he should never be satisfied with the way things are. Content, yes, but not satisfied. It's always under construction. Results are always under construction. Right now, I'm not satisfied with the way things are in my life, but I'm content. And I know I'm improving in a lot of areas. And that's the key. That's what puts you in the masculine frame and keeps you there. So your mission and purpose, that's number 1. Not women, by no means. Tip number 2. Every man should go about meeting and dating women with the intention and idea of, let's just see what happens. You do not give into her manipulation and the fact that she wants to lure you in by her beauty and her sex appeal. Yes, those are great to have, but there's way more beneath that. You don't just give into it that quickly. That's what a beta male does. An alpha male takes charge. He doesn't trust her too easily. A lot of these women out there, they're manipulative and heartless. And what I don't want is for you to get involved with a woman like that unnecessarily who can just break your heart or just lead you on or waste your time. You don't want that. You go into a date with the intention of, let's see what happens. Meet a woman you're really hitting it off with? Perfect. She says, what are you looking for? Tell her, honestly, I'm just out and seeing what happens. I don't know what I'm looking for yet. Maybe I find a friend, maybe I connect with someone in such a way romantically that a relationship could happen. Who knows? But let's just see what happens for now. That shows her that you don't have the pressure of relationship and you're not just lured in by her beauty and her sex appeal. You go in with the mentality of, let's just see what happens. And honestly, this is what most women are just naturally good at. They're naturally good at, when they meet a guy, they think to themselves, let's just see what happens. They don't think, oh, this is going to be a relationship. Oh my God, this is going to be serious. Why? Because they're emotionally wired that way. They don't just open up. They have to open up emotionally before they can open up in any other way. They're just naturally wired like that. Us guys, we see a hot girl, oh my God, I want to be with her. No, it's not like that over here. Over here, it's different. Over here, you focus on yourself and you think objectively and not subjectively. That's where the difference is. Most men out here, they see a hot girl with a nice ass, oh, I want to go get her number. It's like, bro, you don't even fucking know her. What if she's a fucking nut job? A lot of people are nut jobs. The last thing you want is to be involved with a fucking nut job. In my opinion, most women are nut jobs. No offense to the women watching this. Not all of you are, but most of you are nut jobs in my eyes. Most of you are not emotionally mature. Most of you don't have good communication skills. Most of you guys are just a fucking headache. Us guys, we don't like that. That's the key. And this is exactly why I tell most men, don't just trust these women blindly. Let that trust develop over time. She has to earn that trust. You don't just give it to her. There's a big difference. Tip number 3. If you're in a relationship right now, you have to be the one wearing the pants in the relationship. It cannot be her, even if she claims she likes that. Why is that? Women, feminine women, that is, most women out there are feminine at heart. Society tells them fucking bullshit. Feminism. No, you're still a feminine girl at heart. Feminine women like masculine men. A man who wears the pants in the relationship is the one who takes leadership. He directs things to the way he wants them to be directed. And she is in a supportive role. This doesn't mean she doesn't have a say in what happens, but she's in a more supportive role and she wants to follow his lead. And there's 2 good reasons why women love it when a man is the one who wears the pants in the relationship. Number 1, like I just explained, women love leadership when a man has leadership qualities because that's attractive to them on a primal level. Number 2, you get to play by your own rules. In other words, if she doesn't agree with the rules you're putting, she's out of the equation. Why? Because you're not willing to tolerate things you're not willing to tolerate. Most men, they tolerate things that they're not even willing to tolerate just because they have a scarcity and a poor mentality and mindset. Because that's how their family are. That's how their friends are. That's how their cousins are. Whatever it is. You got to be different. You got to be like, if she's acting up, you got to be like, listen, if you act up like that again, I'm sorry. This is not going to work out. If you're very bitchy to me, I'm not taking this anymore. You're going to treat me with respect. Otherwise, I'm leaving right now. And this is over. She has to see that you're willing to walk away. Because if she ever takes you for granted, that's it. She's always going to walk all over you. But the moment you show her, right away, just from one simple thing that she did, that you're not willing to be pushed around or taken for granted, either one of 2 things happen. Either she sticks around and she likes it, or she leaves, which you basically just filtered her out. So you won either way. To be completely honest with you, from my experience, more times than not, she's going to like it. Because women like that stuff. They say, oh, I like this, I like that, all this bullshit, blah, blah, blah. They say they like one thing, but in reality, they like the complete opposite. It's just how women are, completely irrational. And here's the thing with that. When you start to do those things, you're flipping the script on the women. Because most women, especially the attractive ones, have never been dealt that way. They've never seen a man stand up for themselves as much as that example would prove to be. Especially the attractive ones. Men, do you think men actually stand up for themselves in situations like that? Most men? No, because they're fucking sheep. They just want to get laid. Oh, she has a nice ass? Boom, like I can't fuck this one up. Because they have a scarcity and limited mindset, like I just said. You got to be different. You got to flip the script. You want to be in the position of power. And women like that. And what's extremely important as well is she always has to know that you're not afraid of walking away. You're not afraid of walking away. She does one thing wrong, you warn her. She has to know that if she does it again, you're walking right out. Tip number 4. The women that you're seeing or the women that you're in a relationship with have to know that you have options. Options meaning other women who find you attractive and would like to date you and be with you. The reason is that women just love men who are more higher value. When you have options, you signal to them that you are a more high value man. How exactly do you have options? By being a high value man. There's another video on my channel specifically for that, but in essence, a high value man always attracts attractive women and more of those type of women. When you're a high value man, you got your finances right, you got your health right, you got your body right, you got your looks right, your style right, your swagger, your charisma, your communication skills, your emotional intelligence. When you start developing that, more and more women get attracted to you because of the fact that you're a more high value man. This context, the one I'm discussing right now, is more so about women just naturally gravitating toward a more higher value man. Obviously, if she's committed to you, she doesn't want your eyes on someone else. But in the back of her mind, she likes it when she knows that other women find you attractive, because that means that you're still valuable. It's just how women's minds work. Tip number 5, do not be easily impressed. Like I said before, most guys are just going to give the woman their trust because they're trying to get laid. They don't look beyond the looks and the sex appeal. You, on the other hand, you're going to be completely different because you're part of my team right now. You are going to give that woman the impression, because this is actually how you feel, not because you're acting, that you're not even impressed. You're not impressed because she didn't give you something that's worthy of you being impressed. If she does, sure, prove me wrong. I'm going to be impressed when you give me that sense that I'm supposed to be impressed. Do you have good communication skills? Are you emotionally mature? Are you beyond your looks and your body? Are you drama free? Are you smart? Could you talk about cool stuff? Could you talk about interesting topics besides just Netflix and what your girlfriends are talking about and fucking gossip and a bunch of this, talking about other people and about other irrelevant shit? If you are, then be my guest. I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, a guy like me, I'm not just easily impressed. It's going to take way more than just a sexy body and a nice face to impress me. And this is not because I'm arrogant. This is just because I'm a more high value man. I'm working more on myself. I'm a much higher value man than the average Joe because I put the work in for myself. I demand more of myself out of life. I think you should think the same way. You think the average Joe thinks like that? No, he doesn't. He's impressed by anything. He has a sheep mentality and a sheep mindset, a poverty mentality. And you shouldn't be thinking that way because you're going to be just like him. Do you want that? Do you really want to be mediocre? An average Joe? Do you want that on your grave? When you pass away, say your name is Mike. Mike, the average Joe. He just lived and he died and he was a decent human being. The end. No, you don't want that. You want to leave a mark. You want to be memorable. And you want to give people memorable experiences, including women, of course. And I'm on your side for that, bro. And I'm here to help you. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video, how a man should think in regards to women and his future. If you found this video valuable in any way, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe also down below. Hit the bell notifications to get notified when new videos just like this one come out. Comment down in the comment section for future videos that you'd like me to cover, and I'd be more than happy to cover them. So that's it, guys. Get on your purpose, become a higher value man, weed out the irrelevant women, stick to the relevant women, and the future is going to be yours. Peace.